last 2 Olympics, the gold medal has been won by...
Karppinen is the very best that's ever been. Kolbe, a very, very close second.
They're all medalists there, and by a stroke of the draw, the 3 favorites, there they go, the French partisans, they're off, and in the lead, grabbing an early lead there in John Bigelow. There he is in lane 4, but the Finn Karppinen now is moving right along. This fella has, well, he's a legend in this event.
Yes, he is. Kurt, he has the opportunity in these Olympic Games to do what only one other sculler has ever done in the history of the sport. That's win 3 gold medals. Right now, we've got a very interesting race plan developing. You can see on the outside, Juan Felix of Puerto Rico setting the early pace. Keep in mind, this is an endurance event, and that doesn't make much difference. But what we see here is our American John Bigelow, stroke for stroke, side by side against Karppinen.
Bigelow's had some back problems the last 2 years. He has a herniated disc, and every time he's rowing with pain, but his teammates say it doesn't seem to bother him. Maybe just hypes him up all the more. John Bigelow, who rowed at Yale. His grandfather was captain of the football team in 1907 at Yale, and also a member of the Yale varsity. The Puerto Rican Juan Felix is still in the lead. Right next to him in lane 2 is Peter Kolbe of the Federal Republic of Germany. Laying back a little bit is Karppinen, Pertti Karppinen, twice a gold medal winner in this event, and that's the way they're sitting right now. Here's the leader. That's Felix of Puerto Rico.
Now, what we're seeing right there, that's Michael Kolbe, right on pace.
2,000 meters long. The winner of each heat, and there are 2 heats, go to the finals. The others go to 1 of 2 repêchages, and the first 2 in each repêchage will go to the final.
You know, Karppinen's race plan is a very, very interesting one. In 1976, at the halfway point, he was more than 4 lengths behind Mr. Kolbe. However, at the finish line, he'd come through, and he was over a length ahead. I don't think Kolbe has ever quite forgotten that.
There's Kolbe right there. Federal Republic of Germany, lane 2. Lane 1 is Felix, who is sort of like the rabbit in the mile run, or pace setter. He went out early and took the lead, but Kolbe stroking along easily. And moving up in the 3rd place is the gold medal holder, Karppinen of Finland. Now, we're going to be back here with more of the men's single sculls right after this. Here at Lake Casitas, the site of our rowing events. We're in the men's single sculls in Heat 1. There's Karppinen of Finland. He is an ex-fireman, and about 6'7", what, around 220, 30 pounds?
About 225 pounds, Kurt. He's got tremendous leverage and tremendous stamina. He, at this point, Kurt, is really cruising.
Kolbe is the leader, and he is the maverick, one of the mavericks of all sports. He just sort of does what he wants, where he wants to do it. He trains in Oslo. He lists his occupation as a salesman. He started rowing at the age of 12. He has won 4 single scull world championships and a silver medal in the Montreal Olympics. Now, Kolbe's a leader, but there's his old buddy Karppinen coming right up on him. The Puerto Rican has faded, and there is in lane 3 is Bigelow. Bigelow is in 3rd place right now. Here's the leader, Peter Kolbe.
Yes,
Federal Republic of Germany.
You notice Kolbe just glanced over. He's looking at Karppinen, seeing what he's up to. Both of these men always will keep an eye on one another. And there's the relentless Finn. He's there. Kolbe can feel him. That's a chilling feeling when you feel that power and that poise behind you. As I said, many people in the rowing world say that Kolbe has never forgotten what Karppinen did to him in Montreal in '76, which was row from 4 lengths down to a length ahead by that finish line.
There's the best in the history of the sport. Karppinen of Finland, right alongside of him, and down in lane 2 is another all-time great, Peter Kolbe of the Federal Republic of Germany. Right now, they're battling here in this heat, and the Federal Republic of Germany in the lead, with Finland 1 second, 67 hundredths behind, Puerto Rico 3rd, and Bigelow of the United States 4th.
Yes, as we see this race developing right now, My suspicion is that these two men will just keep a very close eye on each other as they move down the course. Then what they'll do in that last 20 strokes is that they'll spring. As a matter of fact, it looks at this point now as if Karppinen has not waited. Karppinen, in fact, has moved up and looks to be just about even with Kolbe.
This is like man of war against citation or citation against a secretariat. When you have two of the very best in the history of the sport, we now have 500 meters to go in the men's single sculls heat 1. The winner of each heat goes to the finals. We have 2 heats, and they're in the last 500 meters.
There's Bigelow coming up. He's in third position. Yes, in fact, what we see here is we see the two greats. Wow, look at that. Karppinen has moved clear of Kolbe all the way through him. In fact, at this point, it would be impossible for Kolbe to come back. Now, it's also a suspicion that when Kolbe felt, there it is, Karppinen driving that boat powerfully on with ease, with poise, with beautiful relaxation.
He's 31 years old. He's retired a couple of times and come back. What makes him so great, Steve?
I think it's a combination of 2 factors, Kurt. It's probably his tremendous power. What we mean by power is a combination of stamina and strength, coupled with what has to be tremendous agility. Here's a man who's 6'7", close to 230 pounds. He's in a boat, Kurt, that weighs 20 pounds and at its widest point 12 inches. That looks easy the way he's doing it. Balancing one of those boats is a tremendous gymnastic task.
He's way out in front. Erkki Karppinen of Finland, the all-time great single sculler in heat 1 of this event, is going to win with ease. His main rival, Peter Kolbe, is second, and from the United States, John Bigelow is third. That's the pre-race predictions for the Olympics. The gold would go to Karppinen of Finland, the silver would go to Kolbe of Federal Republic of Germany, and Bigelow of the United States had an excellent chance for the bronze medal. And here they are, these three in the same heat.
Yeah, and right now, Kurt, the race is decided. These men are simply cruising to the line with ease. There we see Mr. Karppinen coming across first. Here's Kolbe. And behind him, Big E.
How did Bigelow do?